Hi, and welcome to Moonbeam Connections. I'm Jacqui-Leigh. Today on Healing from the Storm, we're going to be looking at, I know I made the right decision. Why do I feel so bad? So if you recently made a decision and now you feel really bad about it, even though you know it was the right decision, this reading is for you. I do set the intention that these readings do find those who need them when they need them. So if you found this reading, it's also meant for you. It does not mean that the entire reading's for you, though. It may just be a portion, right? So take what resonates and just leave the rest behind. So we're asking, I know I made the right decision. Why do I feel so bad? Let's see what card. Oh, and there it is. That was quick. So maybe your decision was quick. Let's see. Ooh, we have the Four of Swords. Okay, so the Four of Swords is all about rest, recovery, reflecting. You know, I've been through some things. I've had some heartbreak. I've had to make decisions. And now I need to rest. I need to recover. I need to think about what's happened. Think about the choices I've made. And understand the lessons I've learned, understand the decisions I made, understand why I made them, understand why it was the right decision, understand why that was the wrong decision. And then I can move forward. But right now we're in a mode of rest, recovery, isolation, just trying to recover from everything that's happened. And you can see in this particular deck, we have like a wolf here, and he's all tied up with ropes. He's got some swords around him. One's even going through him, and it's like just feeling tied down, going through pain, and just needing to recuperate from everything that's happened. So I will pull out the board and we'll see what Spirit wants to say about our decision. And maybe I would kind of say that it might be that once you've had time to have that rest and reflect and see, you won't feel so bad about your decisions. But we will see what Spirit wants to tell us. So as always, I do dub over it. I write in silence, dub over it later. So sometimes it sounds a little different. And I will get into meditation mode here and be quiet for a moment before we begin. Thank you. Stand in the confidence of your decision. Not all decisions feel good when they are the right decision, because there are those around you who want you to make a different decision for their own personal satisfaction, to support their needs. But you must first support your own needs and be stable before helping others. Others may want your help, but it doesn't mean helping them is what is best for them. Sometimes others need to be forced to stand on their own 2 feet or forced to support themselves and find their own solutions for their own growth. You know you made the right decision. So stand in the truth of it. Realize others have their own decisions to make and allow them to make them. We feel bad about the right decision when we feel pressure from others to make the wrong decision. But understand that their point of view is selfish and not in your highest and greatest good. Guilt is an emotion that does not belong. It is being superimposed onto you because others don't want to take their own accountability. Understand and know you did what's best for you and allow others to make their own decisions for themselves. Easier said than done. Enjoy. Love. What Spirit is saying here is that not all decisions we make are, not all decisions, even though they are the right decision, are going to make you feel, great. And usually this is because of other people, right? Other people are like, oh, I don't like that decision you made. Oh, you should be doing this. You should be doing that. And for whatever, it's their own selfish things, right? So it could be, you made the right decision in terms of you went to art school instead of going to medicine, right? And so your parents are really upset and you made the right decision because you didn't like medicine and you're grossed out by that sort of thing. And you were going to struggle through it and you love art and you want to be in art and you're passionate about it and you have all these ideas. But your parents are sitting there going, no, 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 we want you to go into medicine. And so now you feel bad. Even though you know this is the right decision, you now feel bad about this decision because you're getting external pressure, right? Internally, you know what you want, you know what you need, you know where you stand, but externally, there's these people. What you have to understand is they want you to do things for their own selfish reasons. So for parents, it might be, oh, well, if you're an artist, I can't show off to my friends about that. I need you to be a doctor. Well, that's their own personal thing. They can go be the doctor, right? They're perfectly like they want you to go be a doctor. They could go be a doctor and then they'd have that to show off to their friends about, right? And so it's all about just understanding that when you're making the right decision and people around you are going against it, it's because they want something from you. They are being selfish about it, right? So maybe it's like, you've been, caring for somebody's children every day for free. And, that you keep caring for the children. And now you're like, I just can't do anymore. I'm burning out. I don't have the time. I'm not even getting, compensated for this. Like this needs to end. And now they're very upset about it. And you're like, I know this was the right decision because I can't keep going like this. It's burning me out. And I'm going to lose my career. I'm going to lose the way I make money. I'm neglecting my own family because I keep dealing with your family. And so this is the right decision, but now you're taking away from them. You were giving them free childcare. You were giving, someone who was reliable. And instead of them having to sort of stand up on their own 2 feet to find the reliable care, to pay for the care, that sort of thing, they're just going to put that on you, right? They need to make their own decisions and they need to, find their own path. And instead, they're just going to put it on you. Oh, well, you would do this for me if you were a better person. You would do this for, how selfish are you? Well, how selfish are they that they're demanding that you do this for them? And so usually when you get this negativity around any decision you make, right, because your decisions are yours. And if people are upset by your decision, that's usually because it's affecting them in a way they don't want to be affected. And it doesn't mean, like, I was going to say it affects them in a negative way. And I don't want it to be like you're purposely trying to affect them in a negative way. But if you're constantly doing stuff for other people, doing stuff for other people, and you're like, I'm just not doing this anymore. Yeah, they're going to negatively backlash and be like, no, you're selfish. How could you not do this for me? And it's like, well, you're selfish. How could you expect me to do all this work for you? There's no reciprocity. Sorry, sometimes I'm bad at pronunciations. You're not reciprocating that. You're just take from me and I'm getting burnt out and can't do it anymore. The right decision is to say, no, I'm not doing this for you anymore. But now they're upset. But this gives them the opportunity to stand up on their own 2 feet, to do things for themselves, to whatever it is, mow their own lawn, to shovel their own walk, to, find their own transportation to get to work, whatever it is. And so when people go against your right decisions, it's because you're generally taking something away from them. And it might not be something physical, but like in the example with your parents, you're taking away from them that ability for them to show off, to be like, oh, my child is a doctor. My child is successful. Well, you might be way more successful, way more content, way more happy as an artist, right? And that's what we want for our kids, to find their purpose, to be content, to be happy, to find love, to be in good relationships, right? But some parents, they just want the show, right? They're not concerned that you're happy. It doesn't matter if you're happy. It matters if I can go and show off about you. If I can say, oh, I'm a good parent because my child does this or because my child has accomplished that. And so this is just about realizing that when people go against your right decisions, what you know is right for you, it's usually because they have a selfish viewpoint, because they're not getting something from you that they used to get from you or they are expecting to get from you, and you're taking that away from them, and they expect, no, I want you to give this to me. You have to do this for me. You have to do this so I get what I want. But again, very selfish. And if you're always doing for others, you don't allow them to have that growth, right? So don't look at it as, oh no, I'm not doing this for this person anymore. And now, they're going to falter. Oh, if I don't wake them up every day in the morning, they're going to miss work. Well, let's give them an opportunity to expand and to grow and to set their own alarm clock and to be responsible by themselves, right? Like we need to allow other people to live their own lives and to accomplish their own things and not just give, prop them up, and then they're not really accomplishing things and growing and learning and understanding. And so you actually are taking away from them. And it's not always easy to sort of reconcile this, right? Especially when you're getting people who, like parents or such, that mean a lot to you, and you want to make them proud, you want to make them happy, you don't want the grief of them, on you about things. Where was I going with it? But it can be hard to change your mindset when you have these external things coming at you, saying you're doing it wrong, you're doing it bad, you're not right, this is what you should be doing. It's hard to sort of stand in your own power, but you sort of have to find that internal strength, about you, right? And that internal strength, coming back to the rest and recovery, is, we need to rest from this decision, start reflecting on it, start understanding that, yes, I made the right decision. This is why I made it. And yes, it may have, affected people negatively, or people may have negative, connotations on it, but that's okay. I'm going to take this time out. I'm going to understand that it's okay to be where I am. It's okay to make this decision, because it is the right decision for me. It is the right decision for my life. It is a decision that puts me on the right path, that puts me towards my purpose in life. And by me making this decision, I'm helping the other person or other people break free and start to find their true path, rather than just relying on me or putting it all on me, to sort of follow along on my coattails, or to get, whatever it is. So I'm hoping this message helped you today. But I think really overall what this is saying is you need to sort of sit back, rest, reflect, and understand that the other people who are negatively talking about the decisions you made are only doing so because for their own selfish reasons. And once you've had time to rest and reflect, and you'll start realizing this, and then you'll start recovering, right? Recovering from the guilt you feel or whatever. You'll start realizing, oh no, I have no reason to feel guilty, right? This is the way I'm supposed to be going. So it really is just about understanding that you made the right decision, and other people have their own decisions to make, and that you can't be responsible for everybody else, right? You're responsible for yourself. So I hope this message helped you today. I'm sending you peace, love, and happiness. Bye for now.